Sagittarius says, let's get to it. Happy eclipse and all that. You know what I'm saying? If you're invested or if you're into it, you know what I mean? If it doesn't float your boat, that's fine too. You know, I may cuss, but I don't curse. Let's get that situated first. Bars because I'm nice. What else? If you want me or you need me, you're trying to get a reading, link to my website is in the description box. Alright. What else? 3-card draw, I ain't gonna hold you long. Pause. And with that being said, let's get these cards read. Bars. You don't need to draw this out, drag it out. You know what I'm saying? Gonna get right to it. Now this card right here represents the situation at hand for the Sagittarius energy. 6 of Pentacles. This card right here represents how you feel about the situation. The King of Torches. This card here represents the factor to consider regarding all of this. The 9 of Swords. All right. It appears to be that you are in a position of making decisions that directly relate to an environment. You choose whether it's community environment, family environment, or work environment. I'm not even going to say to choose. It may have something to do directly with where Sagittarius, the sign, is at in your natal chart, meaning what house it's in. Now, you are under the impression that government is corrupt. And if it's not the government specifically, it's people who are in charge of, let's just say, institutions or factions that you can possibly invest in, or like I said, have a direct relationship with. And so I don't know if you need an example of that or not. I'm trying not to give one because I don't want to like color this with any type of, you know, like I have a resentment towards anything. But let's just say you got some relatives coming over for the summer, right? They're like your nieces and nephews, kids of your sisters and brothers. But while they're over at your house for the summer, they're still like under the jurisdiction of your brothers and sisters. When it's like, yo, this my set. Like, y'all don't trust this environment. Y'all don't trust us enough to watch over my nieces and nephews, to watch over y'all kids. And it's kind of like you're looking at that like, what are these kids, spies or something? Now I know, because look, I was going to use a government example, but I'm like, you know, I'm kind of like tired of reaching into that and be like, oh yeah, you know, it's the immigrants. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like doing that right now. So this is why I'm using this family example. But I could draw up the same scenario for any type of environment. It's like you would be looking at those kids now, like, yo, what are y'all, spies? And it's like they know you're like this. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not saying your brothers and sisters don't got a bag of their own, but maybe they don't, you know? But what I am saying is that this lower class environment has a motive. And it could just be merely because, you're the other aunt, you're the uncle. So it's just like, yeah, we're going to see our uncle, we're going to see our aunt. They always look out for us every time we go to see them. But it's kind of like, well, maybe now they're getting older. This is what I'm picking up on. They're getting older now, or they're getting more experience to be around people who have. So in that, they're getting comfortable with being around people who have, and they're getting comfortable enough to feel like they don't have to hold their own weight. Because look, I ain't fucking with you. I ain't bullshitting. Let me see. See, the King of Torches in reverse is looking at the lower class or the working class people. You make it fit the way it's supposed to fit. But the people at the bottom, all right? The people who are not as well off as you in this situation. Or the situation at hand. You make it fit the way it's supposed to fit. Maybe this is just an institution or that you're keeping watch over that has resources to dole out to people who are more in need. You got your eye on them. And you feel like whoever is in charge of those people don't care if those people erode people like this. So it's kind of like when people say, they like tax the rich, tax the rich. Now I'm going to put my own 2 cents in it. And I'm like, yo, in America, you're already taxing the fuck out of the rich. How much more you want to tax the rich? These people get a large percentage. When I say these people, that sounds raised like it just sounds the tones, right? But I gotta deliver the message, y'all. The people who benefit from taxes from the rich, there's a lot of money there, yo. What I'm getting here, though, is the factor to consider is that some people are going to wake. Some people see the light at the end of the tunnel. Some of these people, they're in the same color. Some of those people in the purple that are down kind of bad right now, they see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're seeing messages and hearing messages like the ones that I'm saying. You get taxed at 40%. There's resources for you in your city. You got to go snatch them up and use them before somebody else comes and snatches them up and use them. Fuck it. I'm gonna get political. The opposing locality is coming through with such force because the people, the inhabitants, the indigenous are too prideful to go and get their own resources. They're too prideful to sign up for the census. How you gonna access funds that are yours by default if you're not signed up for the census? You understand what I'm saying? Now, don't take that personal. Like, I'm not telling you that, Sagittarius. But I'm talking in general for the people who turn a blind eye to it or who feel like they're not getting enough or they can get more. Tax the rich more. It's like, have you read the paperwork? Have you read the fine print? Do you know the system? Because if you did, you would know that you have enough. All right? Some people don't have the knowledge. Some people don't have people that'll plug them into the knowledge. Therefore, they're distraught. They don't know how to really, go about it, correctly. So they do other things. But like I said, some people will get it. Some people will tap in and they will eventually get there. But what I'm also seeing is that with the King of Torches in reverse, don't expect your leaders to voice this. It's not their job, be they politicians. It's not their job. They're not going to do that. Don't expect that of them. And that's why you feel like they're not doing their job or, they're allowing this, that, and the third to happen. It's like the knowledge has always been there. With that being said, I'm out.